Hello and welcome to this week's edition of McBookie's Top Tartan Tips. And as ever, I'm joined by Mark Walker and Tam McManus. We're going to focus on the Celtic Rangers match first of all. First one of the season happening on Saturday. Mark, I'll come to you first. How do you think the game will go?
I think you've got to fancy Celtic, to be honest. They're in terrific form at the moment. Obviously, the goals aren't a problem. With Rangers, obviously, they can produce fantastic performances like they did at PSV, and I think we'll treat this game the same way, like an away European match. But the form Celtic are in, you've got to fancy Celtic. I think the price of 17 to 20 for them to score over 1.5 goals, I think should be a banker. I'm stunned if they couldn't score 2 goals on Saturday, so I'll go for that.
Yeah, Celtic odds on for the game. Punters have already been back in the -1 and -2 on the handicap. Tam, how do you see the game going?
Yeah, I totally agree with Mark. I think that Celtic look frightening at the minute, to be honest. I think they've got tons of goals in their team. They've got loads of competition for places. At Parkhead, they just blow teams away, and the Rangers have already been there and been on the end of a real hiding. The game was finished at half time, and I think it could be the same again at the weekend. So I'd fancy Celtic strongly at 17 to 20.
So both the boys are thinking that Celtic are going to win the first Celtic Rangers game of the season. Let's turn to the other games on the SPFL card. Tam, I've got to come to you first. You're on a roll, 5 on a row. Can you make it 6? Where's the nap of the weekend?
Okay, so I'm going to go for Montrose over 1.5 goals at 45 away to Peterhead. Ali really struggling. I think he's the longest serving manager in Scotland. I think I could be under pressure shortly. They battered last week 5-0. Lost that thing every game. Poor run. Montrose back-to-back wins after a tough start of the season. So Montrose 8-11 to win the game, or 45 over 1.5 goals. I'll play the safe option. I'll go for 1.5 goals. Roddy McAllister back to the score sheet last week. So Montrose over 1.5, 45 would be my nap for the weekend.
Thankfully, there's no team down in England that sound like Montrose, so we should get the graphics okay this weekend. Mark, what's your best bet on the card?
I'm going to go with League One. I'm going to go for Falkirk at evens to win at Celtic Hearts. They finally seem to have been getting the knack of that division after a few torrid years. John McGlynn's done a good job. Scored 3 goals in the last 3 league games. I know they lost at Dundee in the League Cup, but they're playing against a Celtic Hearts side who seem to have found the step up a bit tough. So I think evens is a fair price for Falkirk to go to New Central Park and win.
So Tam is going for Montrose to score 2 or more goals at 4-5, and Mark likes the look of Falkirk at even money to get the better off Celtic Hearts. If you're having a bet this weekend, then remember to have a look at the McBookie site, and the best of luck.